Today, I'm going to show you 3 plants that are easy to find on a walk at this time of year, in July. We usually notice their colors or their shape, but under the microscope, they look completely different. The first plant is common soapwort, Saponaria officinalis. Its name already hints at one of its most interesting features. It comes from the Latin word sapo, meaning soap. Soapwort contains compounds called saponins, which create a foamy lather when mixed with water. That's why, for centuries, people used decoctions made from its roots to wash delicate fabrics and even their bodies. Today, soapwort extracts are making a comeback in natural cosmetics. They're biodegradable, gentle on the skin, and can be found in ingredient lists under the INCI name Saponaria officinalis extract. Despite its many useful properties, it's important to remember that soapwort is also a poisonous plant. Large amounts of saponins can be harmful if ingested, so medicinal preparations intended for internal use should only be taken under medical supervision. The second plant is Tufted Vetch, Vicia cracca. It belongs to the pea family, making it a close relative of peas, beans, and clover. Its distinctive violet-blue flowers grow in long clusters and can be found across most of Europe and much of Asia from June through September. Like other members of the pea family, the flowers have the characteristic butterfly-shaped structure. The genus Vicia includes more than 150 species. Vetches have been associated with humans for thousands of years, and some of the oldest archaeological finds of vetch seeds date back around 9,000 years. Even today, they are widely used as forage crops and green manure because, like other legumes, they form partnerships with nitrogen-fixing bacteria that naturally enrich the soil. Finally, let's look at hedge mustard, Sisymbrium, a member of the cabbage family. This genus includes around 50 species that thrive in habitats shaped by human activity. You can often find them growing along roadsides, on vacant lots, at the edges of fields, and in urban green spaces. These plants are excellent colonizers. They produce huge numbers of seeds, allowing them to spread quickly into disturbed ground. Most species have small yellow flowers, although a few rare species produce pink or purple blooms. Which of these 3 flowers did you find the most fascinating? Let me know in the comments which one looked the most beautiful under the microscope and which flower you'd like to see next. If you're interested in how these images were created using focus stacking, be sure to check out my video dedicated to that technique. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time under the microscope.